What's 14 then? 7 7's just a bunch of nothing. Maybe it's just a dot, 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 line, 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 but 2 of them. It's in the middle. The 1x5 touches the middle, but the 1x3 doesn't touch the middle of time. Okay, time. Okay, think about time. Okay. I'm telling you that there's 36 poles of solenoids. It means there's 36 fingers, okay? If you have an ABC, 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 you can have 12 circuits of 3-phase energy. By rotating a wheel of magnets, let's just say on the exterior of the solenoids, as well as on the interior, where you have 8 magnets rotating and 42 magnets rotating, between 36 solenoids, ABC, ABC. So you can get 12 circuits. Now, you have 12 months in a year, right? You want to play with space-time? You want to open the matter belt set to contain it in a bubble so that you have infinite source of energy to feed back into your source of work so that you no longer have a job. You get off the bike, but you want to be on the bike to supply the energy needed to achieve your RPMs. And dude, it's all about slow and steady wins the race. So maybe it's just a matter of like, you don't have to be an Olympic athlete to do it, but if you are less of an Olympic athlete, then maybe you have, like, it takes more time. Energy's not going anywhere. Like, if you have a solenoid from a drill going to another drill and you have the battery in this one, you turn it, and then this one, they both turn at like half speed, let's say. What's to say if you have 1/12 of this solenoid going to the full solenoid and you turn this one? Maybe it would turn 1/12 the speed, or maybe 1/24 the speed. 1/24 the speed would be 24 hours in a day. 12 months in a year, 24 hours in a day. Now we're thinking like base 364, 365, 364.25. I've been dividing a lot of weird numbers lately, and they've been coming up bang on. Kind of Star Trek emblem. I never remembered it having a little star in the middle. I just thought it was the swoosh. I never knew it had a 5-pointed star with a longer top. Totally makes sense. But, like the one, like the new Charon created beside the Nibiru bubble of like plants, and like a unison of the fungus from Ganymede, I guess. It's the 11th thing created and the 33rd thing created. It's like Nibiru, plants, and Ganymede, I guess, would be fungus. And Ganymede's another moon of Jupiter. Yes, it is. So, thank God I have that ruler. No, I've been thinking about the dirt. Maybe there's a scale there. Maybe it's something I'm not seeing. But, alright, so we're talking about the dirt. No, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 1, 2. It's a 1, 2, 3. Trying to lay out a room, a lab. I know the scale roughly of these. They're going to be this size, but more wheels and more like shit probably around it to work. So you probably need a big, around it, you need a good table. So, and you need a bunch of them. So, no more water in the center. Let's just have it spin axle. And, draw system. No, I think I think nothing happens until it happens. Everything happens at once. Everything happens when you're going through the days of creation, it's not like it's happening a day later. It's happening simultaneously. You know what I mean? It grows, but the math is put in place before it gets to where it needs to get. There's only one variable for the plant, man. It's time. If it has the right mix of what it needs to sustain life, and I think there's 3 things it needs. So anyway, I'm thinking about how to make it happen, and it's not, again, dark side of the moon, MOON plus 4. Dark side of the moon, N is the 14. 14 plus 4 is 18. 18th letter is R. Read it backwards. Moon becomes room. It's the dark side of the moon. What's on the other side of the moon, man? What's on the other side of the hole? Oh, now it makes the sun and the moon paradigm changes now, because now there's no more like axles penetrating and all the magnets swirling and the bubble contained. So I don't know if I like this idea, but it's like one I'd like to just say I had. Like, you know? But the sun and the moon, man, like, seems like doing the work would be the sun. So the 8th D singularity, like the top over here. And then the moon would be like the 5th one created down, like, it would be the jackpot, the 6436, 649, and man, I'd have to like dude, like, I don't know how you rip space-time. I don't know how you like move it over and down one, like you're literally from the center moving it over 1, 2, 3, 4 and down 1. 14. Maybe that's what the 7714 means. Maybe it's showing you like some kind of like, well, I found like how many like feet are in a mile and stuff, and how many pounds are in a ton. Nothing weighs a fucking ton, guy. It's just, anyways, it's fun to have something to do, productive, to think differently, to try to put it all together. I'm doing the work, trust me, but it's fun. I know. Cheers. Your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is summing to 285, 295, 296. 296 read backwards. Let's just conceptualize it. 6 is complete when you understand 9 balance of 2 duality. Okay? Your 7, 7 is your 77, which is basically a 76 circled. It tells you where you need to go. This is the 14, this is the 13, it's in a bubble, it's 14. You gotta go 4 over and 1 down. That's your Charon, that's your 18th thing created. That's Charon, it's your 18th thing created. That's Charon, it's your 18th thing created. That's Charon, it's your 18th thing created. So, on day 1, 4 things are created. And then down here on this dirt, it sums to 1844, and then read it backwards. It's just, you have to understand the hypercube guy, you have to understand the 4x4, you have to understand, like literally, day 1, day 2, day 3. And then you have to understand the 4th. May the 4th be with you, because you're circling the 4 for 5. Anyway, you understand this. It was 1, 2, 3, and then 4 for 4. Nice. 1844 is just 4, 4, and then 81. The 81 cells are the 18, 19, 20, 21. For you too, the 9 by 9 grid. So, a 1 is a 60. All that means is that in my model here, a 1 is represented by a one-dimensional line and a zero-dimensional singularity, which could depict a one-dimensional line going inward. And then a V. That's 60 millimeters. I measured it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. It's an 8 by 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Thoughts? Yeah, I do things in steps, so like, I had some time to think about it. So I'm actually thinking there's some credibility to apply work to one node, to power 3. Okay, the 3 new ones are your main force back here, but there's definitely some kind of feedback back to here. And you want to create new energy to feed back, to take away your work. And that's only achieved when you hit the jackpot and hit the 6436, okay? It's literally, I think the whole concept of bending space-time is to create this bend, okay? I don't think it's going to go through the node. I think it's more going to be like a connection of bending between a 1, 2, 3 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Coincidentally, if this is your 6436, this one right here is your 340. Okay? This bubble right here is your 34. This bubble right here is your 55. This bubble is your 55. This bubble is your 55. And like, I don't know, there's like, I got one below. They're all 50. I don't know if I drew this right. Definitely did not draw this right. Third bubble. These are all 55s. Anyways. So, this isn't connected to anything. This isn't connected to anything. These lines to make the star are not connected to anything. That's why it's inside the emblem. And they have it like depicted as dark or something. It's all about this guy. Focus. I think this is an expanded version, kind of, on the same kind of stuff that's done up here and take it for granted. But anyway, this is the important part. You know, you got your infinite knot over here hanging out. You know, what's right here would be the 50 on a diagonal from it. That's your L, and your L is right here. 12th letter, 50 in Roman numerals, 5 to 1. Making a V on an angle. Anyways, I think this is the bending of space-time right here. And I think that, like, dude, if this makes sense, the only wire you need to have is going from here to here in this direction. This, once this is sufficient, it'll bend and create something. Dude, that's literally what it is. Clever. Pretty synchronistic, I'm gonna say.